Legacy FM, a privately owned radio station in the Ebonyi state, has suspended Godfrey Chikwere, its acting general manager. This follows the general manager's persistent criticism of Francis Winfrey, the governor of the state. Announcing his suspension on Saturday, the management of Legacy FM said Chikwere flouted its code of conduct. The management of Legacy FM 95.1, The Sound of Now, hereby suspends the acting general manager Godfrey Chikwere with immediate effect till further notice, a statement reads in part. This is due to unruly behavior and disobedience to the code of conduct guiding the Legacy FM. With such effect, he is hereby directed to hand over all the company property in his possession to the next senior officer. In a post on his Facebook page on Friday, Chikwere implored the governor to be stringent in his handling of affairs, adding that Ebonyi's perception index is low and dwindling daily at a very embarrassing level. On your appointees, you have appointees who are injuring your administration daily, yet you pamper them. Your Excellency, under your watch and on working days during working hours, some of your appointees are roaming around Pa Ngele Oruta Township Stadium in the name of sporting activities, he wrote. Your easy political brothers and beneficiaries of your office are spending energy responding to your critics through media charts and press briefings instead of seeing this governorship position as your own by practically assisting you to succeed. Reacting to a statement on Monday Uzo, the governor's chief press secretary, criticized Chikwere, alleging that he had been commissioned to suppress the rising profile of Ebonyi State. It is regrettable that despite the radio station thriving only on government support, the supposed helmsman dedicates a greater percentage of the station's airtime to attack and run down the government whose support has kept his medium afloat. The statement reads, for the avoidance of doubt, the governor gifted the medium a brand new Changan SUV, donated a brand new transformer that powers the station, and constructed the road leading to the broadcasting house. But rather than give at least balanced coverage of government activities, it has been turned into a slaughterhouse of the governor's genuine development efforts and goodwill. What a way to be ungrateful to good deeds. On his part, the State Commissioner for Information in the Ebonyi State, Ikeowa Umebe, also condemned Chikwere's criticism of Winfrey, describing them as derogatory and inciting. In a statement on Saturday, the Commissioner accused him of overstepping his bounds. He said his remarks against the governor were unacceptable and an affront to the collective identity of all the people of the state. This is by far regrettable and despicable. Government officials play into the gallery. If somebody is criticizing, and I don't even see so much criticism in this whole thing. I mean, we can all say collectively that Governor Winfrey is the most underperforming governor in the Southeast. When you talk about development in the Southeast, you count the likes of Enugu, Abia, Anambra, Imo, before you even start talking about Ebonyi. In fact, even Benue has more developmental projects, more developmental infrastructure than Ebonyi State. Upon the fact that it is an APC state, and the fact that he can practically ask the president for anything, and he will get it, but yet he hasn't been able to. Now tell me, the president has visited the Southeast twice since the last 2 years, since he came into order. I'm talking about the president himself. He has an APC state in Imo State. He has an APC state in Ebonyi State. And the other three are ABGA, PDP, and Labour Party. And yet, guys, you guys, he has visited only the opposition. He has visited PDP, Enugu, and he has also visited Ebonyi. He has also visited Anambra. He has not visited Ebonyi, rather. And instead of this man to be focusing on the development of his state, he's going about talking about people who are criticizing him. And what is wrong with what he even said? Let's even x-ray what he even said in his Facebook post that made them prevail on him to be suspended. on the management of the station to suspend him. It says unruly behavior. Let's see what he posted. He alleged that public perception of the governor's administration was being cajoled, while also claiming Nwifur's administration was marred by poor communication, underperformance by his appointees, and lack of clear-cut policy direction. Chikwere also advised the governor to step on toes to achieve results, adding that the current state of affairs weakened his support base. As in, what is in these statements now that this guy wrote that is so condescending, that he has been underperforming, these appointees are underperforming, that they roam about a certain stadium in Ebonyi State to instead of being in office and working, they are doing sports in Pangene Stadium. As in, why the hell can't the governor see that this guy means well for him? Why? These are the reasons why some of these governors haven't come through, through Mago, because I don't see anybody who come in as governor through meritocracy that would condescend this low to criticizing, to prevail on the management of the station to suspend this particular guy. Now, the station is saying that they have a code of conduct that they shouldn't criticize. That shouldn't criticize the government, because that's what it is now. They have a code of conduct not to criticize the government, right? Good. So, can the station bring out the code of conduct? Can the Legacy FM bring out the code of conduct where it is stated that you should not criticize the government? Because I really don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, I don't understand that somebody cannot speak. That is the same thing that happened to Raye just recently. Raye opened her mouth and said that she's tired, that everything are too expensive, that she's a core member. This is the first time she's doing adulthood. She left her home not to call back home to ask for money, but she met so much expenses that things are so high for her. The next thing, NYSC called her for a meeting. The next thing, they called her and were blasting her and threatening her. And up until this day, they have refused to give her certificate. Why do people who are in leadership refuse to learn, refuse to accept criticism and work on what they have been criticized on? What's so painful? What's so painful about somebody telling you that your people who you have employed are underperforming, and your administration is marred by poor communication and lack of clear-cut policy? If I were him, I would have. Oh God, I don't know how these guys. You see, this is how leaders are made and destroyed. A way of you clearly making a leader and destroying a leader. This is just it. Any small criticism that you are criticized about something, any small criticism, you start looking for the person to arrest the person, to beat up the person, to destroy the person, to just shut up the person. What for? As if you are going to be governor forever. As if you planted yourself there. Somebody put you there. Somebody elevated you. If it wasn't Umahi that put you there, would you be there? Somebody helped you to be there. So on what basis are you thank God the people were not sent to even beat him up. Thank God. And if I were him, that's the end for me at the station. Return there to do what? So that I will not be shut up, so that I will not be expressing myself. If I see something that the governor is doing bad, I'll just look the other way. Except the thing will just make me become very close to the governor, so much so that when I see something, instead of me talking about it on air, I would just send the governor a message or send his chief press secretary a message about it. But again, for crying out loud, these are the things that people would see on a regular, and the governor comes to the station, in fact, pays for the 2 hours. He wants to engage this guy. You say, my administration doesn't have a policy direction. Let's talk about the policy direction. Didn't you know about this? Didn't you know about that? Face him. That's how people who are proactive, that's how leaders are made. Face him on that his station. face him one-on-one and clear his doubt. That way you are going to gain so much respect. You gain more people joining. And by the way, the state, we remember, at presidential level, was largely won by Peter Obi. Peter Obi swept Ebonyi State at the presidential level. It's just that they didn't have a strong candidate at the gubernatorial level. That was the reason why Winfrey and Umahi had the chance to go to the poll smiling. And we also understand that there were also some, skirmishes. There are some parts of the Ebonyi State that did not vote. They rained terror because they felt that particular zone would not vote for, Winfrey. And the APC is not even strong in the southeast. And this is what you are doing. This is what you are doing to hurt the chances of APC in that state. Again, you don't know that things. You don't joke with media. Anything media, you don't joke with it. Did this guy, for you to have even said, in fact, the one that is paining me the most is the fact that the so-called chief press secretary and his aides are saying that they gave the station transformer. They gave the station, they built road. So because people built road leading to the station, and then you give them transformer and you give them SUV, they should now start praising you and singing your song and chanting songs and chanting praises. If they say something that is wrong, they should not say it. Oh God, no. This is so bad, man. This is really, really bad. And for the owner, this is the height. You would have told us you are opening a station for the government. We would have known that this is it now, because nobody ever all what you would have done. Call your GM aside and say, guy, see what they are saying about you. Visit the governor. This is your friend. Okay, we have heard you. We know what we'll do about it. Or better still, there are different ways to go instead of going ahead to suspend him. So suspend him so that what will happen? You will now stifle his tongue, stifle his mouth. If I were this guy, I will open my own YouTube channel, start doing broadcasting, because now my name is trending online, and so once anybody types my name, I'm going to pop up. So I really don't. This is even for me an opportunity for him as a person, if he can. In fact, this is about time, Seth. He should first of all leave the state, go to a totally different state. I'm sure that he has contact in Ebonyi State with things that are happening. He will start spotlighting the things that are happening. Open his own channel. Open his own medium. It's about time for Godfrey Chikwere to open his own channel. Start from online. It's cheap. Go on YouTube. Put your face, put your voice, analyze things happening at Ebonyi State, in Enugu, in the southeast and Nigeria, and then give it 1 year. You will have more followers and subscribers than your station. I'm not kidding. It's just also terrible. I'm pained by this move. I'm pained by this development. But be that as it may, we would keep talking about this. Tell me what you think, though. I'd love to hear from you as always.